the migrating birds to our delta and local honeybees, the grass that's green, the flowers that breathe, the place I call my city. Yes, this is Stockton to me. And I can never blame my journey because it felt a lot like mine. Born from a broken family, foster care was my fate, trying desperately to find something, a life that can be great, searching for hope somewhere in my city where I never even had any faith. Just 16 years old when my God-given dad left this earthly space, and depression hovered over me. I couldn't see victory, not even his face. It seems the more I tried, the more I came in second place, until finally I was so far gone, society viewed me as a disgrace. But it wasn't just me that people pity. No, you wouldn't believe what happened to my city. Poverty, bankruptcy, the violent crimes that cost us, homeless youth suffering physical and mental abuse, the cold statistics of foreclosure losses. Oh yes, we read the headlines. You think we didn't know? You read it from a distance, but we lived every instance. You think our civic stars don't show? Poor economic opportunities, families struggling for their next meal, youth getting locked up, catching a raw deal. Traffickers preying on our daughters, gang life stalking our sons. No, I'm not afraid to keep it real. But there's a real change in Stockton, becoming better and bolder, and happening from neighbor to neighbor as we're learning to stand shoulder to shoulder amongst different ages, different races, diverse faces, and numerous ages. Hope is on the rise, and we're passing it down to generations. Something else I'm seeing is that when there's a darkness, the light of community service shines through the windows of our collaborative partners, like the Women's Center and Haven of Peace, youth empowerment to help me say the words I was once afraid to speak. 3 programs dedicated to second chances, to helping those who fell victim to the worst circumstances. So here we are, Stockton, ready to get busy, ready to leave our positive thumbprints on our city. Once we were lasting literacy, now our whole presentation rocks bilingual poetry. Once we were broke, but we were never broken. Resiliency is not something that we lack. 2004 was the last time we were here, but guess what? We have reclaimed our future, and the city of Stockton is back.
Have you heard of the rose that grew from the crack in the concrete? Yes, still they rise. And BMOC in Stockton makes it past 21, celebrate their post-demise. Institutionalized change, the murderers black, yellow, and brown. When 30% of black males don't graduate high school, it's a miracle when their hoodie is a graduation gown. 60% of Latino males living on $30K a year. Poverty-induced desperation makes the whole community live in fear. Yes, we were down. The statistics were grim. Collaboration is what it took to reverse the trends. Leaders, youth, community, a 3-chord strand turned a no, they will not into a yes, they can. Valuing our young boys and men, returning to our roots, our culture cures, empowering with truth. Stony the road we trod, yet forward together we will go. Boys and men of color in Stockton, the greatest story never told. Am I my brother's keeper? As a 24-year-old city councilman, how can I not be? Working with the city of Stockton to transform the lives of boys of color, boys like me, with unity.
And not love. Generations of pain and desperation, survived by resiliency.
A lost cause, a miserable city, poverty, and isolation. Our leaders see our faces as damnation. Over the last 28 years ago, 92% of homicides have been boys and men of color, the highest in the nation.
This youth that is labeled and torn apart is a face of color that time and time again have been told that they have missed the mark.
I travel through the struggles that my ancestors have seen. I work through these pages of nightmares, and I will turn them into dreams.
Where warriors have fought and elders have taught, the medicine is free and doesn't have to be bought.
We'll keep raising our voices so we no longer live in fear of our children getting shot.
Ravaged by hate through the darkest days, overcoming stereotypes that judge me in the harshest of ways.
Healing my spirit will heal my community. I will unlock the warrior that rests inside of me. and show you that my life was truly meant to be.
We are no longer locking them down. We are BMOC and we are turning things around.
Proverbs 22:6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. But when we train up children defined by deficits rather than diplomas, we need to go a new way. When we incarcerate them rather than invest in them, if our fear of them is greater than our faith in them, when the White House acknowledges that PYJI exists because crossover youth are criminally color-coded, creating catastrophic cultural consequences, we need to go a new way. Because the truth of our city is in the youth of our city. Crossing over from probation to programs that help them achieve their potential, crossing over from dreams deferred to deciding their own destinies in Stockton. We are raising our sons better so they won't become raisins in the sun ever.
I'm from the west side of my town.
You see a lot of slums posted on the block with the hookers and bums. When the cops turn the block, best believe them will run. Never enough fathers, way too many sons.
Positive Youth Justice Initiative exists. Probation and youth build a new unity, working together to combat negativity, transforming lives, turning obstacles into opportunity through leadership, hard work, and service to the community.
Over a dozen agency partners with services and programs for over 500 youth referred by the court.
A good education often leads to better employment. To launch a summer jobs and training program to encourage future scholars, my city council colleagues and I approved $100,000.
We are PYJI, and we are turning things around.
You see, I know these streets like the back of my hand. No need for a GPS. My demographic statistics guided me straight to the pen. This is no math course, but you see, these numbers is adding up. Add more time behind bars while taking time away from my bloodline. Add an institutionalized mind while taking away my already loose mental grip on reality. And voila, you've now created the formula to recidivism. Because I have spent more time looking at sunsets through the cracks in my cell bars than I have in my family's embrace. I spent more time in this cage than I have a free man. But my children, understand that you are not the product of my decisions. Take this pen and write your own legacy. Carry our last name with pride, how I never could. Understand that I believe in who you are, but even more in who you will become.
Please tell me how to create an identity when half of it is missing.
The dreams we had, warm hugs and smiles.
Turn to falling the same trail in my mother's tears.
But now
that you know my history, society, what do you expect of me?
We are AB 109, and we are turning things around.
In 2011, 21% of Stockton males above 21 went to prison.
Many of them your fathers.
But we have come here to stand beside you.
Since then, we've returned over 2,000 men back to their homes to greet the embrace of their family's smiling face.
Denying that 81% recidivism rate. You see,
it is no longer you and I, but we.
Como un diamante que ha sido tomado de la tierra, Stockton era cubierto con suciedad. Los desafíos de pobreza sistemático y de violencia trabajando como un fuego de purificación hasta que solamente queda gente unidos, un diamante brillante, un diamante hermosa. ¿Quién somos?
We are